Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try to get a daily reading in for the day using my little Lenormand deck that I downloaded, and of course my Druidcraft deck. I do have somebody, however, over here who's kind of keeping me busy. I got him busy at the moment. He's over here playing, having a blast. So either way, you hear background noise, that's what it is. Oh, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this done. Um, I've actually not really been slacking on my readings, just haven't been doing my actual. If I can get my camera set up here, um, videos because of the fact that taking care of him. I get up at about 6:30 in the morning, and I got stuff going on, and of course, I'll do the readings, but I haven't had time to really get my. Ooh, I got an issue here. Um, Readings in the way I'd like. So either way, I did lay this one out last night. I thought about doing it last night, but it was really, really late, and it was way past my bedtime, so I didn't do it. Um, my Lenormand, I'm waiting for my personal Lenormand deck to come in. Actually, I just got another email. The customer service of the company that I recommended to print your cards, I will say they're excellent. They really are. I've had great correspondence back and forth with them, and they're having a problem with my address because apparently the postal service has changed my address. I've got from the DMV, for getting licensed and stuff like that. They have a different address than what our local post office has, and our local post office has a different address. If you try to look it up through the United States Postal Service or Google the address or whatever, you can't find it. Very, very confusing. Actually, when we moved in this house, it took about 2 months for the cable company to even find us, and we're right on a main road, Old Highway US 52. But our mailbox is on the street behind us, so it's kind of confusing. So either way, that's kind of a hold up on my deck, and I should have it in about 3 to 5 days. I had to confirm that, and I do have. I'm starting my little journal here. I have a bunch of books and stuff. Actually, this is a personal journal that I have, and I keep records of stuff. I use, very personal readings and daily readings and stuff like that. This is a leather case. Um, yeah, that I do use. And it's something that's very personal. I do have another book that I haven't written anything in yet, but this here, that's my personal. People can use them for a diary or whatever. Very good little deal. But I do have inserts that go in, which is these books right here, and they're kind of small and not too small, but they're convenient enough to, as you can see, my hand on it. It's pretty decent size. Great for. I'm just now starting out with this one. That's what I'm going to be using for my Lenormand deck, and I suggest, I mean, anything with tarot, Lenormand, and or anything that you're going to do, keep track of things. Actually, I wanted to use my other one, for meditations and dream journaling and so forth, because this helps you tap into your more intuitive psychic self when basically you're paying attention by making a physical movement of writing down the cards, or well, the same thing with the cards. Period. Writing them down about what's going on, um, you get better results. It sticks with you, and I'm having a hard time tying this up here. But oh, anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be my journal, and basically, by the time it's all said and done, if you're working on cards, which the Lenormand is a lot easier, I think, within tarot. I've got a great big monstrous book on tarot from years ago. A 3 ring binder, and it's got enough paper, probably as thick as this deck, um, of cards, or I mean, paper in it that I'd set up and use. Either way, keep a journal, and by keeping a journal, you're writing physical things down. That means you're getting um, the process going, especially your subconscious responds to things when you take a physical action on something, especially writing things down, taking notes, just like goals and stuff like that. When you physically write them down and set an intention to them, you'll reach them a lot easier. But the same with writing your cards down, and you start to see your personal meanings as opposed to stuff that you'll read in books and so forth. And I think that's extremely important. Um, you know, when it comes to readings, you learn how to interact with your own personal style and how you see things as opposed to everybody else. Of course, there's going to be basically canned meanings in books and so forth, and that's great. That's where you start. But you'll see so many different resources, you don't know what's really sticking with you. So when you start writing them down and keeping track of them, you see how your mind is personally working and how the cards are personally working for you. So definitely keep yourself a journal and keep it something like what I have here. These are very, very personal. You know what I mean? Something that's important and personal, um, and it's not just a notebook that you throw around anywhere. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna hurry up and get this done. Oh, before uh, he's having fun right now, so things are good. So what I pulled last night, I done a Lenormand first, and then I done tarot. And actually, I'm kind of working these together to see how these uh, interact with each other, and also to see the difference within the readings. Now, the fox has kind of got me on the Lenormand because of the fact that my original thought and from a different learning system that I'd seen um, makes things a little different. Also, but I had done a reading the other day, and it came up, and um, work was the main issue. But either way, these cards you always read together. And I done one yesterday, and a lot of it actually was. I was kind of worried that maybe I might hear about somebody having a problem with a child. I may still do that today. I'm hoping not. But a lot of it was about child abandonment and stuff like that. And these were basically issues that were talked about and seen and so forth um, here in our home last night. So that was a big kind of a big thing, and also issues problem with a child. This guy was a little rambunctious and going last night, so that was kind of an issue. But either way, that one kind of scared me to see that those cards. But again, like I said, daily readings are always different with any deck that you use when you are doing a reading for somebody else, because the connection that you get with that person, it's astounding to see what the cards say and how they reflect what's going on with that person's life. It's just as amazing, I think, to me as it is to them. um, you know I mean, I've had some excellent readings, and people, oh, you're great, and this and blah blah blah. You know, I don't really take credit for that. It's just that's how it works. It's basically, especially when things start coming to you and coming through you, it's awesome. And in the same note, just like anybody else, I've had some crap readings that haven't been worth a daggone nickel. I mean, just truth. That's how it goes. That's just the name of the game. You're going to be 80% to correct. Sometimes, many times, you're going to be 100% correct. But I would range around 80%. Either way, let me shut up and get on with the video. So, first thing I have here, I have the fox and the path, and I have the clouds. Okay, the fox represents work, jobs, coming forth and so. But also with me, it seems to represent a lot about. I think of a fox, and normally a fox is represented here in this country as something that's being sneaky, or very clever. So that's what I'm trying to work out with these cards of how they're reading. So far, work has been what came through to me on one of the readings I had where the fox showed up. Um, Work in the path or the crossroads. A lot of times, if you've seen my personal deck, I have the crossroads set up on mine, card number 22. Um, but I get these two together, and this has actually already started to play out today. It's not finished, but it started to play out. But I'm going to say a work situation, there's a very possibility of getting multiple choices for a job opportunity. with the path. The path is going all different directions. You have different choices that you have to make that come up to your life in your life, and making that decision on which path to take, of course, is going to bring the outcome. So I'm saying here, a work situation is going to offer many options. There may be several jobs that come in that are offered, but also uh, at work itself. And I'm going to say this because this is for Michelle, and a new job that she was just um, hired for not too long ago. But at work itself, there can be a lot of options and paths that you need to take while you're at work. It seems to be also. I get that you're going to be dealing with different people with that path because it's a crossroads. So whatever direction you seem to go, that's just what I'm picking up with that. So I'm going to say that, and she's put in applications for 2 years everywhere. So it's possible today that several jobs may end up coming up, or the job that she's in, there may be another one that comes along that she's actually hired for, because she puts these in daily. Even though she's happy with what she does, there may be a better pay, or maybe a better pay, and we can move to an area that she'd prefer to live in. Also, me, I'm pretty much comfortable wherever I go, and I got to hurry up because little man over here is starting to become unhappy. And now, the path. The next card is the clouds. Clouds is all about confusion. Like having clouds, or driving in fog, the mist, you can't see clear, and especially with the path here, the path and the clouds with each other. The path seems to be the choice that you make. You're not able to see clearly which direction to go with this original situation here. Right here, saying if it's a work situation, you're kind of cloudy and not be able to think clearly on which path to take with that right there. So if options are brought up, things that are offered to you, you're going to be confused, and it also can be a lot of confusion and stuff that's going on with work, a work situation. One thing about her boss, or the lady that's right over top of her, called this morning and had an issue with her vehicle, and told Michelle, you got to go in early and take care of it. I got a flat tire, I can't get to work. So, and I've got a baby that's getting upset over here. So anyway, that's part of it. And then there was confusion, and then she called back a little bit later and said, well, I'm getting a ride in, so don't worry about it. So there was a deal with a path, a road, and which direction things went with that. So that was something that's already happened with that right there. Okay, I got a Prince of Swords, the Five of Cups reversed, and Rebirth. I actually had Rebirth, which is Judgment card. I had it reversed yesterday, so it come up today, and I really like seeing that card come up because this is a lot about your path. Now, the number is 2 and a 5 is 27, and the number, or I mean, my God, 20 and a 5 is 25, which comes up as a 7. A 7 is always all about luck and things that happen from the efforts that you've made. The efforts, the things you've learned in the past, or in things that you're doing, the efforts that you're taking to move forward, is what the 7 seems about. There's always luck there as long as you take that chance and use it. So anyway, the Prince of Swords, Princes of Swords, which would be a page in the Rider-Waite system, is the first thing that stood out is the bird up here. So this is messages. Okay, so there may be legal work to be done and so forth with this coming in, but this is messages, and this is also about making basically a clear-cut decision on things. But the thing about the page is you have to. They're like a child. They're a lot younger. You're put in a position to where there may very well be the messages unexpected, or some upsetting news that comes in for the day, for me, or of course somebody around me. But with that, a lot of times I think it'll come to us. There's decisiveness, having to be able to be very, very decisive. It's a strong will because you're dealing with the mind when it comes to the swords here. But again, being able to, I think, just because of the intelligence and so forth, there's some curiosity and some probing, I think, that comes with the swords right there when that comes up. Um, Usually, you'll find yourself in maybe a situation where you have to use a real quick thinking, quick analysis. Being very decisive on decisions you make. And again, it deals with messages that come in. Okay, the central card here is the Five of Cups, and it's reversed. And Five of Cups reversed for me is all about regrets, sorrows, pains, and so forth. When it's upright, being let go. So that's easing off uh, someone from your past that you've had emotional issues with. Comes back into your life, and things kind of get cleared up, and the babies get starting to cry. So I need to really hurry up here. But a very good chance, especially with this message here, and this can be communications. Of course, this could be email, or maybe somebody on Facebook that I haven't talked to in a while that's been upset. Either way, it's about basically reconciling, coming back together, and working out or getting over some kind of emotional pain from the past when this comes up. And it is about getting over emotional hurts. Okay, the rebirth card here I had yesterday, excellent card. Uh, this is about your calling, as basically what I get with this card. Things that uh, it's a card that's about summing up a life that you're living and so forth, and kind of being reborn again. And the baby's crying, so I've very got to hurry. I can't stand to listen to him cry, and I don't want him to. But it's basically there's some kind of development, uh, a milestone that changes within your life. Your calling basically comes into action with this right here. But it's basically there's a cycle that's ending in your life, and it's time to get up and a new stage of growth that comes on. Yeah, there's a crucial life decision a lot of times that comes up that alters your entire life when that comes up, and that being a major arcana card. And also with this right here in this path, this connects perfectly with what's going on with the Lenormand cards right here. But this is a time, again, major and changes, but these are improvements. The thing is, it's kind of like your calling that that completely changes your life. So that's going to be my reading for the day, and I need to get off here. And I got to go get my little man over here because he's upset. And everybody have a great day.